What is time in the watch? Let me see. It is 20 past 5. Oh my god. It is so early in the winter time. No. Anybody provide me the mirror? Please give me a mirror from that place. Mhm. Good morning, everyone. Hmm. Let me check. My expression is not as good as it should be, but I have told you several times that English is simply a language, and a language is to communicate, to share our deep inside feelings. Okay, that's enough. We'll decide. This will decide. Uh, what has happened? Oh my god, nothing works properly. There. I feel comfortable here. It's enough. What can I say? I can say that English is a language, and a language is to communicate, is to share our deep inside feeling. A language does not have any kind of relationship with grammar or translation and so on. A language has its own beauty. Let us just try to speak when you wake up early in the morning to till you go to sleep. A language is full of errors. No problem, who cares? The ultimate goal of language is to share with emotion. People can understand you, that's enough. And if you want to communicate with anybody else, that is the matter. You express yourself and share what is in your deep inside, whether emotion, thoughts, ideas, any kind of hatredness, and don't keep that. I usually say that language is to communicate, but people do not believe. People say that how is it possible? In my opinion, everything is possible up to what extent you have thirst quench inside yourself, up to what extent you are hungry, up to what extent you are suffered by the circumstances in the absence of English that will provide you a reason to learn how to speak English well. In this situation, I would like to tell you one thing, that you just face those circumstances where English is available and you are not able to face. Definitely, that circumstance will provide you a reason to learn, to improve, uh, will raise your trust, your hunger, and with the help of that, you can nourish your language with the help of dynamic emotions. Emotions are actually not our weakness. These are called the greatest strength. But whenever we go through our willpower, then we can see such. Forget everything. It has its own beauty. Whether English or Hindi, these are two languages. There is no difference between Hindi language and the English language. In my opinion, Sanskrit is in my soul and Hindi is in my heart. And what about English? English is in my blood. Wherever I go, with the help of English, I survive. This is the source of my livelihood. That's why I told you English is in my blood. how can I say that? How have I learned how to speak English well? Once upon a time, I was the English teacher. No, I was the mathematics teacher. In spite of it, I suffered a lot in the classroom because I was not able to understand the theoretical problem, the word problem, and in, I was not able to solve questions in which word powers are mentioned. So, I have solved wrongly many times, and then with the help of my students, when they elaborated the terms, I have solved quite easily. So that was the experience of 2001, when some of the some of the teachers were from Kerala, some of the teachers were from Bengal, West Bengal. I mean to say Kolkata. They were very much affluent in the sector of English language in that time, and I was truly a Hindi speaker, a native speaker. कथी करते हले की करते हले कहाँ जीते हले मार दो की बस. I was speaking like this. You can't imagine. And I was not also liking English language because in British country has dominated the entire world in the past, and of course India was one of them. But Britishers had made a slave to our nation. That's why I avoid to follow. In spite of it, I saw English everywhere. There's no English, no life. English plays the role of oxygen. And if you know English, then you know life. English is the essence of modern language. In the modern era, everything is available in English. All the contents are available in English. With the help of that, you can express yourself in any part of the world. That's why English plays the vital role. And I was since my child, I had been a curious learner, and I have been since my childhood. That's why I have learned everything with honesty. And that is the best thing that is taught by my mother. And of course, what can I say? In the absence of her, today she is not with me. My mother always told me that books and copies are your best friend. Your pens are your best friend. Forget all kinds of things which are prevalent around you. And your your lore, your education, your knowledge is your real wealth. You can survive with the help of it in the peaceful manner. So I've gone through that. Till my intermediate examination, I was not able to learn English. I was able to write. My handwriting was quite isolated. Nobody can imagine that my handwriting was up to that much extent in the earlier phase of my life also. I was curious to write, actually. I was writing everything carefully. Very good in study. But in the absence of guidelines, I was not able to learn English. My grammatical portion was so weak. My translation was so poor that I cannot express in my words. Today, I'm to stool and to brush and to bathe in spite of this chilly winter. However, I'm habitual to do so. I've suffered a lot in the classroom, in the lunch hour, and everywhere. In the teacher's common room, I have suffered a lot. Usually people do not like to hurt my emotion, but some of them were so brutal that they were in the search of dominance. They want to show their superiority. They want to humiliate Biharis. That's why I suffered a lot. I paid the cost of being Bihari, but I feel pride. Always I feel pride of being a Bihari. I'm a Patnite. Of course, I'm from Patna, from in Bihar, in India. But I feel pride upon it because the first president of India is from Bihar, Dr. Rajendra Prasad sir, a legendary character and the world's best scorer in his examination, all kinds of examination. Simply wow. What can I say? Let you just express yourself, whatever you feel. Who cares? And try to speak with the help of some small sentences. This is the mirror, this is the finger, this is the nail, this is here. If you go through like this, then you can speak English. You will speak English. English is a language. Of course, you know a lot of sentences, but in the absence of practice, you are not able to assimilate those sentences. Develop your hearing mechanism. Never try to give up. Never try to just escape yourself from those places where English is spoken. If somebody speaks English, whether you are able or not, you just go and interact, start to interact. If you convey your messages, then automatically you will notice, you will start to understand because you have listening mechanism so sound. If you are the good listener, then automatically tomorrow you will be worthy of speaking like the gift of God. You will speak. And of course, I have seen deja vu, and that's why I'm speaking in as smooth manner as I can speak Hindi. Life is full of ups and downs. We express everything with the help of our language, and if Hindi can work, then of course English can do. English can work in the same manner like Hindi. Try to give hours, consume your hours, invest your hours. It will take time, but it will be the part of your language, your proficiency. So never try to take it easily or in the funny manner. Of course, the essence of education is so funny everywhere. Comedy is available if you go through that manner, that vision, that view. Even the story of Phantom Checker, George Bernard Shaw, Charles Dickens, and everywhere you can find yourself the essence of comedy. Love your life. Give a smile to your face. If you are smiling, then you are learning something in the happiest manner. Everything is simply emotions. That will come, that will go. Time can be bad, can be good, but time can be passed at any cost. So why do you care about a goer who is to go? People come, people go. But you are still with yourself. You admire yourself. You love yourself. Don't try to be a megalomaniac and don't try to be a soy one. Don't try to be an ambitious one. Be simply what you are in this simple manner. Several people speak English. Several people speak English. You can be one of them. Don't try to make it issue. Just listen, listen, listen as much as possible. Like in the childhood, your mother told you several times, tell me when you were an infant, your mother kept you in the lap and told several times, tell me, mother, mother, mother. And all of a sudden, you knew how to speak mother, tell me, dada, dada, grandfather, grandfather, tell me, uncle. Somebody is coming and keeping in the lap and telling, tell me, uncle. Somebody is coming, tell me, and saying, tell me your elder sister, tell me your elder sister. And somebody comes and keeps you in the lap, and after keeping in his or her lap, if a woman is coming and then carrying you in her lap and telling, tell me your aunt, tell me your aunt, tell me auntie, tell me auntie, tell me auntie, you are listening like a dumb. You are listening, simply is listening, speaking a lot of, you are listening, but you want to reply, but you were not in a position to reply. In spite of it, you are hearing a lot of sentences. And of course, what can I say? Except this, some of the persons are coming, then tell me, I am your elder brother, I am your elder brother. In this manner, the circumstances are passing, and you, you are feeling uncomfortable, you are feeling a fish out of water. So what will happen? Then the thing that will happen will be critical one. Whether you speak or you will die. So in that particular moment, at the 11th hour, you try to speak. You speak. Mum, 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 the, like this, like auntie, chachi, kaki, mommy, masi, whatever, everything, brother. Usually, and in fact, is not in a position to speak water. So that kid is telling, mum, 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 mum. But after some time, pani, pani, water. So these things are taking place in the initial phase of life. You have to just suffer. So, suffering is the ultimate key to unlock all kinds of locks, all kinds of mysteries. You can overcome if you have a valid reason to overcome. If you are in search of something, then you will certainly find, because that thing is also in search of you faster than you and waiting for you also impatiently to face you. Everything is available on earth. What do people say? Ignore. Ignore. Who cares? If you are making mistakes, that is the real thing. That is the real way to learn yourself. To laugh at yourself. You just laugh at yourself. You just learn. This is an art, to laugh at yourself. It will provide you the clear-cut vision. You will be the visionary. And to be a visionary is very important in our life.